Hi, welcome to Bunny Designs. Just a quickie. So I made a giant faux hobonichi with 1,200 pages, 60 sleeves. 60 signatures. I've then put a piece of gorgeous paper stack from Mariposa, which I've had for many years. Too frightened to use it, and I've made a cover. I fussy cut out the butterflies so that I could have a little bit of the bird cage, the flowers and the butterflies on it. Haven't decided what I want to do with the back, but one of the paper stashes had a plastic covering which I split open and made into an overcover cover. So I've also got my original fake hobonichi, which I made quite a few years ago now, again with a Copic stitch. A couple of days ago, I made this fake hobonichi, and this one will actually be using the identical way to a hobonichi because I kind of like that system, and it's a thinner one. This one doesn't have as many sleeves. It's only got 12 sleeves. But I got obsessed because I like this little pocket book that I use every day. So I decided that I was going to take, instead of my squared paper, I was going to make a hobonichi with just my layout paper. So I've got 32 sides here, 16 sleeves, and it's made a really thin sleeve. So this is a signature, but it's got 16 pages with it. So I practiced with a few pens, found out what goes through and what doesn't. So this is a kind of a little fake book just to kind of play about before I touch the planner. And then I was thinking, my daughter gave me this planner. I bought it for Christmas. It's a filofax. It was a 2017. She never used it. So I thought, wow, that's got pockets in it, and it would fit my hobonichi A6 perfectly. I've got room for pens, and I've got room for other things. Of course, I've got the thought of how to get rid of the ring binder in the middle. So I used this tool. And I did bend it a bit, but I was forcing it up. So I put underneath, and I was forcing it from the middle and then higher and higher, and the same at this side. And that was the easy bit. Then I got a spoon and prized it up a bit more, mangled the spoon. Then I got this out and twisted it, and I broke one. I broke one completely off. The other one didn't break off, popped off. And then, of course, it came out. So that would have been into there with this, and that one would have gone through here like this. And then it has its cap on it. So I've got this out, and then that didn't take very long at all. But what the time was, this is inside here. And I had an awful job, but I used a nice pair of really good grippy tweezers, and I went in the loop here and the hole at the other side, and eventually wiggled it round, which took the longer time than it did to prize that out, and got this bit out without damaging it. So I was quite impressed. So now I can make my hobonichi. Now it will be bigger than this, but it will go in here. But the best thing is I can put all my other things in with it as well. The pens, the stickers, anything else that I want. And I'm going to make the 5-year one, so it's going to be really fat. Now, I do have a couple of other filofaxes. This is the personal size, I think. And the thing is, if I just take out the year, eventually these days will come round again. So let's have a look at April the 1st. April the 1st is on a Saturday. So I've got 1, 2, in 3 years' time, I can use this because the 1st of April will be on a Saturday. And normally I wouldn't, but because it's obviously 10 years to go right round, sorry, 7 years more. But I'm going to keep this because it will do for a scrap paper in one of my other personals. I've got about 3. So now I've got a gorgeous cover to put my hobonichi in, and I don't think it's got an F. So it's got the little Roxy on here, but it hasn't got the filofax thing. I could take that off if I wanted. That you won't see. I could put something in there or stitch it, but it's not going to take a lot of stress because all I'm going to do is slide in my filofax. Sorry, my hobonichi, beg your pardon. So my hobonichi will be in there, and that's going to give me, that's in the middle. That's actually quite a nice size because it means I can have quite a chunky one, which I intend to do. And I've got a pocket to put a pen loop. I can put pens in here, and I can put all my other things in here. Things that fall out of here, like hospital appointments and things like that. Because I intend to take this one around with me because I like the bullet journal system. So I'm going to have to see how I get on with the hobonichi system. But I do like some of the bullet journal sections. I probably will make an extra little hobonichi to go in the side because I'll use that as scrap paper, so I'm not interrupting that. Oh, hi, Gina. Oh, she says, I bought and mutilated a large a 6x4 photo book, and I've started making the water media book. Oh, brilliant. That's wonderful. So you're making one of these. I've just made one for my daughter earlier today. So it's her birthday in May. So I've taken some of my colour book pages that I was going to use for a little one, and I'm going to stick them in here for her. And then I'm going to put the Inktense in there as well. And I'm also going to give her that one as well. And because she'll use that, so then that's going to be her birthday present. And I'm going to make a smaller one when I find my it's in here. So I'm going to make this size with just the Derwent watercolor pencils because the Derwent watercolor pencils don't go through and they're beautiful colors. So that was the first page I did. So if I make just the Derwents, that will actually go in the pocket I made here. And it means that I've got a full system, a pen, a pencil, my makeshift ruler, which is a bookmark, and that's attached so I can do any combination of lines I want to. I've got a couple of tabs to put the month tabs on, and I've got some stickers, and I've got my watercolors, and that's going to be a complete system to work in. So I kind of like that. I did go a bit mad. I did 60 signatures, and I got 1,600 pages. Sorry, 1,200 pages, beg your pardon. But I kind of like that system, and it kind of works really well. So before the end of April, I need to finish a page in that one and a page in that one. And I've just counted out 50. I've just counted out 50 sheets. And I get 16 out of 50. So I think I've made a mistake because I've got 50 of these. So it's going to be about a quarter of an inch, I think. It's going to be about 1.5 inches, 2 inches thick. Oh, she's done the. Gina says she's put the Derwent pencils in and the ink tents. It's really good when you can do that, because you'll find that although the pencils are there, that little book is quite good. I wish Derwent would come out with one, but they haven't. But that was just a very quick a quick way to tick out. And once you know the layout of once you know what's holding the ring in, so it's a bit like a stud system. I tried not to bend this. I did bend it a bit. I don't think I'll ever use it, but it's there. So it works perfectly all right. But it's this bottom bit that if you batten that out, you could put your holes in there and you'd be fine. It's once you know how something is put together, you can work out how to take it apart. So as I say, I didn't realize that went through the back, and it kept it quite solid. But I'm so pleased that I've managed to repurpose this. And I didn't think I could do it because of my hands, and I thought, oh, I'm going to have to get hubby to come and do it. But actually I managed it, so I'm really impressed with myself, because normally I can't do a button. I can't do a button and I can't do a zip, but this has got a bubble on it, so I can, if I use the 2 fingers, I can. So that was a very quick how to remove a filofax ring bounder from and repurpose the zip cover. So thanks for watching. So thanks, Gina. I'm just going to I might pop back if I make the book. But this was just a really quick one to do of how to, because you don't need a drill and a hammer. You just need a good pair of pliers and a bit of something to prise and get going. I can't shut that now. And if I can do it, anybody can do it. But you've got to be careful because it's sharp metal, so you have to be a little bit careful. The best thing to do is ask hubby to do it, but I didn't want him to rip the bottom. So this was a bit of a faff. But once I'd realized it was connected, I actually held the flap down, because there's a flap, and then pulled it out. Because when you try to pull this out, it pulls all the gubbins with it, all the in stitches, and you can't get it out because it's not big enough. So thanks, guys. It was just a very quick one to show how to remove a ring binder. And then I've got a lovely A6 hobonichi holder, but do be careful, it's all sharp metal. So thanks for watching.